Hello, what's up, buddy? Today, we're exploring a captivating mix of drama, sci-fi, and thrilling series that will take you on unforgettable journeys. From dystopian futures to mind-bending adventures, these 8 series are a must-watch. So, welcome back to Series Finder. Let's dive right in and uncover these incredible stories. Severance is a cool sci-fi thriller series that kicked off on Apple TV Plus on February 18th, 2022. The story revolves around Mark Scout, played by Adam Scott, who works at a company called Lumon Industries. At Lumon, employees can opt for a procedure that splits their work memories from their personal lives. So when they're at work, they don't remember anything about their life outside the office, and vice versa. This makes for a pretty weird and interesting daily routine for Mark and his coworkers. As they go through their work days, they start encountering odd situations and even a mysterious colleague who shows up outside of work. The show dives into what happens when they begin to question their job and the reality around them. It's been getting a lot of praise for its unique concept and storytelling. Plus, a second season is on the way, starting on January 17th, 2025. If you're into thought-provoking series, Severance is definitely worth a watch. Have you checked out The Handmaid's Tale? It's a gripping drama that kicked off in 2017 and is based on a novel by Margaret Atwood. The show is set in a dystopian future where a super strict government called Gilead runs the show, and women are treated terribly, losing a lot of their rights. The main character, Offred, played by Elizabeth Moss, is one of the few women who can still have kids. She's known as a handmaid and is basically forced to have children for the powerful leaders of Gilead. The series dives into her tough day-to-day life, the struggles she faces, and her fight to survive in this brutal setting. It tackles some heavy themes like power, control, and personal freedom. There are currently 56 episodes spread across 5 seasons, and the final season is in the works, set to drop in spring 2025. If you enjoy shows that really make you think about society and its rules, The Handmaid's Tale is definitely worth a watch. So, let's talk about Westworld. This show kicked off in 2016 and ran until 2022. It was created by Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy, and it's actually based on a movie from 1973. The whole thing takes place in this high-tech amusement park called Westworld, where guests can dive into their Wild West fantasies without any real-life consequences. The park is packed with super realistic androids known as hosts who are there to interact with the guests. But the show isn't just about fun and games. It digs into some deep stuff like consciousness, free will, and the ethical dilemmas around artificial intelligence. The back and forth between the guests and hosts raises some big questions about morality and what's real. Visually, it's stunning, and the storytelling is pretty complex, which is part of what made it so popular. Unfortunately, HBO decided to cancel it after 4 seasons, even though fans are still hoping for a 5th season to wrap things up. Westworld definitely left its mark in conversations about AI and tech in our world, so if you haven't seen it yet, it might be worth checking out. Let's talk about Utopia. This British thriller drama aired from 2013 to 2014 on Channel 4, and it was created by Dennis Kelly. The show revolves around a group of folks who stumble upon this mysterious manuscript for a graphic novel called Utopia. The twist? This manuscript is thought to predict some pretty catastrophic events. As they dive deeper into the secrets behind the manuscript, they get pulled into a wild and dangerous conspiracy involving a shady organization. The series touches on some heavy themes like paranoia, societal collapse, and the quest for a perfect society. Even though it had a unique storytelling style and some eye-catching visuals, Utopia was canceled after just 2 seasons, which left a bunch of storylines hanging. But it didn't stay forgotten. Over time, it's developed a cult following and is seen as one of the standout British series from its era. If you're into shows that make you think and have a distinctive vibe, Utopia is definitely worth checking out. Let's dive into The 100. This American sci-fi adventure series kicked off on the CW on March 19th, 2014, and wrapped up on September 30th, 2020. The show is set 97 years after a nuclear war wipes out most of civilization. It follows a group of 100 young people who are sent back to Earth from a space station where the last of humanity has been hanging out. Their mission? To figure out if Earth is safe again and can actually support human life. But once they land, things get super intense as they face all sorts of challenges and dangers in this harsh new world. The series digs into some pretty heavy themes like survival, leadership struggles, and the tough choices people have to make when things get rough. As the characters try to build a new society, they learn about friendship and the complicated nature of being human. With a killer mix of action and drama, The 100 gives a fascinating look at what happens when humanity tries to start fresh in a world that's completely changed. If you're into survival stories and adventure, this series could be right up your alley. Let's talk about 12 Monkeys. This sci-fi action series aired on Sci-Fi from 2015 to 2018 and was created by Terry Matalas and Travis Fickett. It's actually based on a movie from 1995. The story follows James Cole, a time traveler from 2043, where this nasty virus called the calavirus has wiped out most of the human population. Cole is sent back in time to track down and stop the source of the plague, which is tied to a mysterious group called the Army of the 12 Monkeys. The show dives into some wild themes like time travel, how messing with the past can have crazy effects, and what it's like for the survivors in a devastated world. As Cole jumps through different timelines, he meets all sorts of characters, including scientists and other time travelers, and you really get to see his character grow throughout the series. 12 Monkeys got a lot of love for its intricate storytelling and character development, especially the performances by Aaron Stanford as Cole and Amanda Schull as Dr. Cassandra Rayleigh. With its gripping plot and smart take on sci-fi themes, it's definitely a standout adaptation of the original film. And if you're into time travel stories, this one's a must-watch. Let's chat about Raised by Wolves. This sci-fi drama series premiered on HBO Max on September 3rd, 2020, and was created by Aaron Guzikowski, with Ridley Scott jumping in as an executive producer and directing the first 2 episodes. The show is set on this mysterious planet where 2 androids are tasked with raising human kids after Earth gets wiped out by a religious war. Their mission is to raise these kids as atheists, which leads to all sorts of challenges as they navigate human beliefs and conflicts in their new colony. As the story unfolds, the androids face problems that really test their programming and make them question what it means to be human. The series dives into some deep themes like faith, technology, and humanity itself. Critics have given Raised by Wolves props for its stunning visual effects and world building, although some have pointed out a few execution flaws. Overall, it stands out for its unique premise and Ridley Scott's creative touch, making it a notable addition to modern sci-fi TV. If you're into thought-provoking sci-fi, this one's definitely worth a watch. Let's talk about You, Me, and the Apocalypse. This British-American comedy-drama miniseries kicked off on September 30th, 2015 on Sky One, and then hit NBC on January 28th, 2016. The premise is pretty wild. A comet is on a collision course with Earth, and that sets off a chain of unexpected and funny events as humanity faces its last days. The show features a bunch of diverse characters whose lives seem totally unrelated at first, but start to connect in surprising ways as the apocalypse gets closer. What's cool about it is that it tells 3 different stories set in various countries that eventually intertwine, which makes for some interesting storytelling. It dives into themes like human relationships and the absurdity of life when everything's about to go down. You, Me, and the Apocalypse has been praised for its clever writing and engaging characters, mixing humor with drama for a fresh spin on those end-of-the-world stories. If you're looking for something bold and entertaining that tackles apocalyptic themes with a twist, this show is definitely worth checking out. All right, that's it for today's episode of Series Finder. If you enjoyed our recommendations, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for daily updates on the best web series. Let us know in the comments which series you're excited to watch next. Thanks for tuning in, and see you tomorrow with more top picks. Peace out.